Hello and welcome to the second part of our dubstep tutorial. This part focuses around the drums. So, for any dubstep tune, you want some good drums. It's just mandatory, really. And getting hold of good samples isn't always easy, and getting hold of free ones is even harder. But I've found a site, freesound.org, which you can get high quality, usually without copyright sounds. So yeah, I'll just give you a demonstration of ones I've got. Maybe turn it up. Yeah. So those are the sounds that I would use. Freesound.org. You get free sounds. So firstly, you want a heavy bass drum. Always a key thing, pointed out by me in the comments when I didn't do it. Now you can sometimes put a little bit of reverb on there, but you don't ever want too much reverb on the drums. So we've got that in FX1, as you can see. I'm going off screen here, but I'm choosing reverb. We'll just get rid of that. Now listen to the drum again. That's too much. Well, unless you're making a really mellow, chilled out tune. Firstly, you can hear it drags on too long, so decay, that's the part you want for that. And that's better. Now you can mess around with the free reverb. Make it as dry as you want, but generally it comes sort of around the right area. I sometimes put up to 25. Can't really hear the difference, but I can. Right, you got room size. That generally just does how bright your reverb is. I know you got that in colour, but that's just another thing. Sort of set it around 50. You're always on a good setting there. Now you always want that on warm for a bass drum. Sort of cuts off those higher tones. If you want to be really crazy about it, cut off that, but generally it's nice to have a little bit in there. Right, now you don't want too much reverb on the very, very low frequencies, because you're going to be producing brown noise, and one, it's illegal, two, it makes you poo yourself. So having the low cut around 75 is always a good plan. So there we go, there's your bass drum. Now I always find it's good in dubstep drums to have two hats that sound similar but slightly differently pitched. So we've got, not sure you can hear that, but if we put it in here, maybe you can hear that. So next thing is obviously getting that staggered beat, that sort of drum beat. So that generally works on a gap here. Okay, I'm going to rename these so you can see what's going on. You can see those two snares. So that just works on this sort of principle. You may want to copy that. It's pretty simple, used in quite a lot of dubstep. Yep. So you can hear my snare, heavy, but it's a bit weak. It definitely also needs a bit of reverb. Now 1, 2, 3, 4. yeah, we're going to need to put that into number 5 because all the rest are taken up with other ones, but they haven't got anything in them yet. So you put that in effects number 5, click on your effects button and stick some reverb on it. So, no, it's clearly too much. Just experiment with it. And you'll find, you'll eventually find something that you want. Now, there we go. You see I've got a jungle snare in there as well. It's taken from an amen loop. Always a good thing. Usually get a good sound out of them. So you could have... And really, my signature, that depends what you want, but I always put this into another effects and stick on a sound goodizer. It comes with Fruit Loops 8 and it generally makes everything sound better. I mean, it's made in Maximus, but there are a load of good presets. Always go with the A for the snare, just generally sounds good. So we got... Now you can hear those hats sound really weak. I'm going to group them in the same one. So we're going to Now that's sounding alright. I do prefer this one actually. You can put them together, but you might want to turn both of them down a little bit. Now, I always prefer to have a little open hat in my drum beater somewhere. Now that hat sounded really low pitched and a bit crap, if I'm going to be honest. So, firstly, you want to set this to auto. Now it's also a very good idea to have lots of variation in your drum patterns, because if they sound really samey throughout the song. I know a lot of dubstep is meant to be similar throughout the song, but you've got to have variation to keep the tune fresh, otherwise it's going to just sound like really robotic, and you don't want that. So you want to open up this little thing. So we're just going to stick our first pattern in there. And then I sometimes like to put breakbeat in there, sort of a slow breakbeat to mix up the tune. So you got... And you can imagine what that'd sound like with some sort of wobble bass over the top of it. So yeah, there you go, and that's your basic dubstep drums. Hope that helps.